Good morning, everyone. Welcome to BB Harmony's Sunday Morning Movement. I'm your host, Imran Bunny, and let's take a couple of minutes to get settled in the mat this morning. Let a few people log in. First 3-4 minutes. I myself am going to get a little bit settled. My typical practice for beginning yoga is to simply sit down in stillness and to, when I come to the mat, I take off my shoes, I move my phone to a separate room, but then all of the mental objects that I'm carrying around as well, work, entrepreneurship, family, relationships, I metaphorically put them down as well, or figuratively put them down as well. We'll go ahead and do that as well as we wait for people to come in and join. Let's go ahead and begin. Welcome again, everyone, to Sunday Morning Movement. I'm your host, Imran, and this is Bipolar Harmony, a source, a community, a place to find reprieve from the acute phases of bipolar disorder, whether it be the highs of mania, the lows of depression, and everywhere in between. This is a place that I hope you find refuge, and I hope you find healing. Today's practice is titled Yoga for Constipation. Constipation is a common comorbidity of bipolar disorder. Usually, issues of the brain are connected with issues related to our gut, and often many of the medications that bipolar patients have to take cause issues with digestion and with bowel movements. So today we are going to do a series of yoga poses that are going to fire up the belly and to facilitate movement in our colon, in our large intestine, and to get this area moving again. In addition to movement, there are also certain foods that facilitate bowel movements. And my recommendation is to eat foods that are high in fiber. Fiber is abundantly present in leafy green vegetables. They're available in root vegetables. And generally speaking, in almost any vegetable, you're going to have a high source of fiber. So some of the most common vegetables with high sources of fiber that you'll find in the grocery store are among the leafy green category, like spinach, kale, chard, collard greens. In the root vegetables, you've got carrots, you've got turnips, you've got radishes, and of course, in other categories, you've got such vegetables as cabbages, cauliflowers, and romaine lettuce. So Another superfood that facilitates digestion are chia seeds and flax seeds. I take about 1 tablespoon of either chia seeds or flax seeds every morning with water. And lastly, water intake is incredibly important for issues around constipation. This would entail, as I recommend in my book, for men to drink about a gallon of water a day, and for women to drink about 120 ounces a day. A gallon's about 135, 136, something like that. And it's challenging in the beginning, but it also facilitates the process of getting our intestines moving. So today, after some breathing, after some settling of the mind, we're going to do a series of core exercises as well as some twists that will facilitate. And I'm actually going to turn it up a little bit and introduce you to a few balance poses that entail twists. I haven't done them before with you all, so I'm excited to do some new poses today as well. So let's go ahead and get comfortable on our mats, sitting in easy pose with one foot in front of the other. I have my left foot in front of me. It's your choice. I'm going to place my palms on my knees with the palms facing upward. I'm going to take my awareness to my sits bone where my bones are making contact with the ground. And I'm going to root myself like a tree into the ground. I'm going to straighten my trunk. I'm going to spread my branches, my chest, my shoulders, and like a leaf hanging on a branch, my head is just going to have no tension, no stress. And now relax the body. The body becomes relaxed. Take your awareness to the breathing and inhale with your nostrils and exhale with the nostril. Take your right hand onto the belly, and when you inhale, inflate the belly, inflate the chest, deflate the belly. Inhale, exhale. Placing our hand on our belly will bring our awareness to that buildup. When one is constipated, unfortunately, there's a buildup, and one can feel it. It's uncomfortable, it's unpleasant, and unfortunately, it aggravates mental health symptoms. So let's take our awareness to the belly and to start focusing our energy to create movement in this space, beginning first with the breath. ahead and to begin moving our body. Let's raise our hands up with an inhale and twist to our left side, placing our right hand to the left of our left knee. Inhale up and exhale down. If you want to start incorporating exhales with the mouth, you're welcome to do so. Inhale with the nose and exhale with the mouth. Every twist seeks to go a little bit deeper. Deeper into the twist. Bring our hands up, bring our elbows on down to make cactus arms. And you try to squeeze the scapula. Imagine there's a pencil on our spine that we're trying to hold. Invert the cactus arms and cross your fingers behind your back. Extend elbows, broaden the chest, and look up. Go ahead and rotate the neck counterclockwise, breathing into those muscles that are opening up. Breathe. Next time you're looking up, change the direction of your rotation. And we'll go ahead and bring our hands in front of us. Finish the rotation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my awareness to my sternum, the place where the esophagus meets the stomach, and I'm going to place my hands on my knees, and with that space I'm going to start making some circles, keeping my hips the same, trying to keep my shoulders stable as well, and to make big counterclockwise circles. This really energizes, will facilitate movement in our bellies. Once we get to the front, go ahead and start rotating clockwise. Continue to move your chest. come to the center, and if you've had your left foot out like myself, go ahead and switch sides to even out the hips and bring out your right foot. Now from here, I'm going to raise my hands up, and ever so subtly, I'm going to reach for the sky with one hand, and reach for the sky with the other. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach. Inhale, reach. Exhale, reach. If you're feeling tension in the neck while looking up, just look straight. Really feel the stretch in your intercostal muscles, your lateral muscles. Come on in. My father's just joined. Yeah, you can cross. And cactus arms. Okay. Go ahead and come on to your back. We're gonna fire up the core a little bit. Extend your feet out. Raise your knee. Hug your knee. And start making some circles clockwise. I've switched to counterclockwise. And feel the stabilization, the embrace of the ground, giving you support against all the heaviness in this world, always providing you that stability, that grounding. And when you notice your hip open up a little bit, increase your range of motion. Now we can go ahead and do this with the other side. Grab your left knee and create circles clockwise with the left knee. If you can't grab your knee, you can grab the back of your thigh. If you're having trouble reaching your knee, you can also grab the back of your left thigh. Yeah. And to create circles, switch the rotation. If you've been going clockwise to counterclockwise. Now from here, we're going to raise our knees. We're going to fire up the engine, fire up our core. I'm going to place my hands upwards with my palms facing the ceiling. Now this is level 1. If you can hang out here and you feel this is juicy enough, great. But if you want to intensify this core exercise, you can extend your feet to the ceiling and hang out like this as well. And breathe. wish I could do this, but it's so painful. It's okay to be merciful with ourselves and to bring our feet down and to work our way up. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to put my hands on the ground. I'm going to raise my feet up and then bring it down like a drawbridge. And as soon as it is about to hit the ground, I'm going to bring in my knees. So inhale up, exhale drawbridge to the ground. It does not hit the ground. And then to tuck in my knees. Next time your knees come in, go ahead and give yourself a hug. Curl up into a ball, into sway side to side. If some gas comes out, that's great. These positions are designed to do that. Go ahead and rock forward to back. And try to rock our way up to seating position. Just watching my father. We'll come back up to our seated position with our feet in front of us. And from here, I'm going to raise my hands up, straighten my spine, and forward fold. Seek to bring my hands to my toes, or to my shins, or to my knees. Today I'm feeling pretty tight. I'm just going to hang out by the ankles. I'm going to drop the weight of my head and take the awareness to my breath. So here, I'm going to take my right knee up. I'm going to cross by placing my right foot to the left of my left knee. I'm going to rest my right hand behind my back. And here's where we're going to do our first serious twist. It's called Lord of the Fish, half Lord of the Fish pose. Where just watch me for a second. We've done this pose before in previous weeks. And if you're joining for the first time, we're going to lead the twist with our core. Now that's a little bit warm, it's fired up. Then with our shoulder, and then finally with the neck. I'm going to straighten my spine. Inhale up, twist with the core. Bring my elbow to the right of my right knee. And then look to the right. So go ahead and let's do this together. And if this is tough, you can also kind of sit like this, bending your left knee. And it doesn't have to be all the way up. It can even be extended outward. Yeah. So inhale. So let's do this together. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. And the idea is to twist these abdominal muscles. BKS Iyengar calls this the detoxification, the rinsing of yoga. When you move around the organs like this, it massages them, but it's a great way to release toxins in the body, especially if you've got buildup in your colon. We could focus on different parts of the body in this twist. You could focus on the upper back and really twist those shoulders. You could focus on the neck and to extend all the way back. But today's focus is in the abdomen area. Now that we've been here for a minute, we're going to sink deeper into the twist. So take a deep inhale and sink deeper into the twist and exhale. And slowly we'll untwist. Let's cradle our foot into our arms by placing my right foot into the cradle of my left elbow and my right arm around my knee. And if that's all you can, if you can't get all the way to the cradle of your elbow, it's okay to hold it with your hands. And here, just cradle it like a baby. Swing it side to side. This opens up our hip muscle. To straighten the spine, to relax the jaw, to unfurl the eyebrow, and to breathe. All right. Put our right foot in front of us and do the same now to the left side by bringing our left foot to the right of our right knee. I'm going to rest my hand, give myself support with my left hand behind my back. Inhale up and twist. Really notice how your stomach, your gut area is opening up. Create that expansion with the inflating and the deflating of the belly while breathing. Now that we've been here for a good 45 seconds, we'll take a deep inhale and sink deeper into the twist. Inhale and exhale, twist further. And slowly unwind. Let's cradle our left leg like a baby. Open up our left hip a little bit. Nowhere to go, nowhere else to be, but here in the present moment. Expressing gratitude for the new day, for the life that we have, despite its challenges, despite the suffering. It is still filled with tremendous blessings. We'll bring our left foot in front of us. If you want to challenge yourself to swing your feet behind you, as the way I'm going to try, you can try that, or just be normal and come on to plank pose. Once you're in plank pose, you come into downward facing dog. Pedal the knees. And go through one vinyasa flow. Plank pose, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Now this really stretches the stomach muscles. And exhale, downward facing dog. Now, from here, I'm going to bring my right foot to the right of my right hand. I'm going to twist and extend my right hand. I'm going to look up. I'm going to look down. Look up and look down. Great. Go back into plank pose. Do the same thing on our left side now. Bring my left foot to the left of my left hand. Twist my body. Extend my left hand up. Look up. Look down. Look up. Look down. And now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my right foot up. And I'm going to bring my hips down and come into a nice squat position. In the traditional world, this is how people went number 2. It is super facilitating of the bowel movement because it adds pressure to the large intestine, and then naturally it creates pressure in the colon area as well. Sway side to side. This can be a pretty challenging pose for Westerners because we rarely come into this pose. And from here, we're going to raise our hips up, straighten the legs, and grab opposite ends of the elbow. Come join. You can do this. You can release the weight of your head. And let go of all tension in the neck. Release the weight of the head and breathe. Feel your spine open up. And from here, I'm going going to send my hands up, my hips down, and come into chair pose. And exhale, stand up, send my hands back, shine my chest up, and look up. Inhale down. Exhale. Inhale. Down. And exhale. Inhale down. And exhale. So next inhale, we're going to go down. We're going to stay down. And then we're going to add a twist. So just watch me as I do it. So I'm going to inhale down, and for this particular pose, we're going to bring our feet together. I'm going to inhale down, I'm going to bring my hands down, and then I'm going to twist and bring my left elbow onto my right knee, aiming to create, making sure that my shoulders are above my hips. It's very easy to do this because the quads start to fire up. But we're again going to seek to sink deeper into the twist. All right? Are you ready? Remember to relax the jaw, relax the eyebrows, and to breathe deeply and diaphragmatically. So let's raise our hands, inhale, exhale, down into chair pose, bring our hands together, and then twist, place the elbow on the right knee, and breathe. Bring the butt down, breathe. 10 more seconds. And we'll come back up. Ooh. Feeling that pump in the right knee, like the right leg. Feeling the heart rate has gone up. Feels great. Now we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to switch sides so I'll still be facing you. But this time we're going to twist to our left side with our right elbow resting on our left knee. So inhale down. Exhale, hands down, and then right elbow onto the right knee. I'm going to sink my bottom down. I'm going to open up my chest and try to shine my chest to the sky. You can also modify and look up, look down, look up, look down. Stay for 5 more seconds. And we'll come back up. Ooh, what a juicy burn. All right, we're gonna do a similar pose. Just gonna fix my mat real quick. I'm gonna do a similar pose, but this time we're gonna come to the front side of our mat. I'm going to go down into this pose, come into the twist, and then I'm going to send my right foot to the back of the mat. Okay? So go ahead and come to the front side of your mat. We're going to begin with sending the right foot back first. So you can kind of scoot over to the left side of your mat. Yeah, come forward. forward. Yeah. Okay. So are you ready? I'm going to inhale down. Bring my hands down. Bring my elbow to the left of my right elbow to my left knee, and then I'm going to kick back to the bottom right with my right foot. And twist. Now this is balance as well as twist. Now aspire to sink deeper into the twist, leading with your core. And we will bring our right hand to the ground, and from here I'm going to switch into a hip opener and come down into lizard pose. So if this is juicy enough for you, just go ahead and hang out. But if you want to make it a bit juicier, but we never want it to be painful, you can bring down your forearms to the ground. Slowly, you will feel the stretch in your left hip. And just let gravity do the work. Here, I'm going to push up, send my left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Slowly walk your feet up to the front of the mat. One vertebra at a time. Come back up to stand. And now we'll do that whole thing one more time, this time with the other side. It's fantastic how it really elevates the heart rate, just these simple movements. So go ahead and come to the front of the mat again. This time we'll tiptoe to the front right side of the mat. And just like last time, I'm going to come down into chair pose, bring my hands together. This time I'm going to twist to my right, placing my left elbow onto my right knee. And then I'm going to kick my feet back to the bottom left. Kick my left foot back to the bottom left. Ready? Inhale down. Exhale, twist. Send my left knee, my left foot to the back left. Sink in with my hips to center myself. And then to twist with the abdomen, twist with the shoulder, and finally twist with the neck. And breathe. Now from here, I'm going to take my left hand onto the ground, place my right hand to the left of my left foot, and from here, if this is juicy enough, go ahead and just hang out here. If you want to sink deeper into the stretch, go ahead and take your forearms onto the ground. Today it looks like my right hip is pretty tight. It's taken a moment to open up. But eventually it will open up. This is all part of knowing ourselves, knowing the limits of our body. Up with my hands, send my foot to the back, downward facing dog, and go through one more vinyasa. From here, I'll bring my knees to the ground, widen my knees broader than the mat, and come down into child's pose. And to relax the body and allow for gravity to work its magic. Today, we're going to end in a lying down twist pose. And this is the first time that I'll be doing this with everyone, so I'm pretty excited. I've benefited tremendously from this relaxation pose, and it can be quite opening. So go ahead and come to the front of your mat with your feet in front of you and your hips behind your feet. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to drop my knees to the right. So they're stacked on top of each other. I'm going to twist and place my chest onto the ground. And then I'm going to aspire to place my left cheek on the ground. If you can't put your left cheek on the ground, it's okay to keep your right cheek on the ground. So just, if you're wondering how this looks, you start here. I'm going to drop my knees to the right side. I'm going to twist around, lie down, and then place my left cheek on the ground. And just hang out. Okay, you want to join? So again, this will be relaxing. It'll be grounding, but also it'll be in the form of a twist that'll help open up our bowels. So go ahead, if you're not already there, drop your right knee onto the ground, turn around, lay on your chest, and then look to the right. Place your left cheek on the ground, and we'll relax here for a good 6 breaths. Now what you want to slowly do to safely get out of this pose is to slowly untwist your neck and push yourself up with your hands and to twist upward. Now we'll do the same thing on this side, on the other side. You can come to the right side of your mat, drop your left knees, drop both knees to the left side, turn around, get the chest onto the ground and your right cheek on the floor. And continue to inflate and deflate the belly. Go ahead and safely come out of the twist by slowly moving your neck straight, pushing up with the hands, twisting back into the seated position. Get my glasses. And we'll meet up right where we started. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I am really grateful whenever I come and do it in a satellite place to just feel grateful that I'm able to do this work in a remote fashion and still be able to provide benefit to those who come and tune in or who watch recordings. Today's title was Yoga for Constipation. It's a common comorbidity with bipolar disorder. And so I've discovered two key ways to combat constipation, either that's due to regular symptoms or due to the side effects of the medication. One is the yoga movements that we did that are led by twisting the core, creating movement in this colon, large intestine, gut area. And then so also eat foods that are high in fiber, such as leafy greens, so mustard greens, spinach, kale, collard greens, Swiss chard, root vegetables like turnips, radishes, carrots, and other vegetables like cauliflower, cabbage. You gotta be careful with cauliflower and cabbage. They can also be pretty gas-inducing as well. Brussels sprouts as well. Then there are superfoods like chia seeds, flax seeds that I highly recommend. And lastly, there are also supplements that I recommend. But supplements, this is in the area where you should consult your doctor. You should consult a medical health professional to make sure that there are no side effects that would happen if you start to take a magnesium citrate supplement or just pure magnesium, as well as mushroom supplements that are becoming increasingly popular for gut health, such as turkey tail and reishi. So these are things that are commonly presented on the internet, but again, always when taking generic advice on the internet, to take specific guidance from your health professional. So thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week.